almost too live, if you
Many
ask
are
me.
saying we should not be alive, and yet we are. Again,
Many are saying we shouldn't be live.
many are saying this. Like I'm saying it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it. Why are we here? What is life?
Just to suffer.
To be live
Life
or
is to
not.
be live. Life is to be live is like a fucking Pitbull song or something. That's incredible.
Live, laugh, to be live. Put it on a placard. Put it on your wall.
Put it in the club.
We got a Starman 1987. We got a Skeletal Skull.
Whoa! Skeletal Skull. I don't recognize that.
I don't either.
I like that. That's good.
That sounds like a Third Strike character.
So Josh, you said you hadn't played much Third Strike. Is that the deal?
I have not. Around the time Street Fighter 4 came out, I had a friend who was like a professional like Street Fighter Third Strike player, and he was like, "Oh, if you love Street Fighter 4, you should play Third Strike." And he's the one that introduced me to Third Strike
Yeah.
and arcade sticks. I didn't know about arcade sticks before Street Fighter 4. So
Oh, he
he
put you
had
on
me pick
game.
one out. Yeah, I had an old like Super NES Turbo arcade stick that I didn't think of to use for fighting games. I just liked it because it had turbo, and I would use it for Star Fox. But he was like, Third Strike is the best Street Fighter. You have to play it, and that was around the time they released Third Strike Online on XBLA, and that's all we did. And because he was a professional at Third Strike, I would just get slaughtered all the time.
Was that couch? Because I remember the net code on that being pretty bad.
I think the netcode was bad, but because it had local,
Okay.
we didn't experience it.
Sick.
I would just go over to his house and be like, "Here's an arcade stick. We're playing Third Strike."
I have like one friend that like we had a Dreamcast and a copy of Third Strike that just might as well have been soldered into the system. And we just like we just would play that for like days on end, and when I finally started fighting anybody else, I would just get like my ass handed to me because I'd only learned how to fight against this one person.
My experience with Third Strike is that, well, not Third Strike specifically, but I was so hyped for Street Fighter 3 that for my birthday, I had my grandmother take me to a mall in a city like 70 miles away so I could play the Third Strike, or the first Street Fighter 3 machine, which of course was empty because everyone fucking hated it. But Third Strike is what really turned it around. You know, it's. I think I picked it back up in like the mid 2000s and never looked back. I love it.
Yeah, we should play some Double Impact at some point.
Oh, it's messy, but it's fun.
Yeah, no, it sucks. Like Dudley's got that like weird like downward corkscrew move from the sky and like
God tier Sean, just unbeatable nightmare Sean.
uh-huh.
I've never
I
even
mean,
played the other Street Fighter 3s.
there's like, is there any reason to go back? Maybe the stages.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that is the one thing is I wish there was a way to like bring the stages forward. But
Yeah, because it's not like the stages in Third Strike are bad, but like having more would be nice
uh-huh.
because those are really pretty stages as
Yeah,
well.
the art style is a little different. Like
A little bit.
it definitely I don't think it meshes super well with Third Strike, but
I
Is it-
prefer Third Strikes, I think, but I mean, like Third Strike has a real, I don't know, it's got a real aesthetic simplicity to it that I really appreciate.
yeah.
There's a great like documentary on YouTube about how badly the creation of Street Fighter 3 went and how it almost destroyed Capcom.
Pretty much. That and Resident Evil put that company in the dirt. Which is insane because they were incredibly successful games, but the inability to follow up, you know, just
Yeah.
big style. I guess, I mean, RE2 ended up being a super banger as well, so, you know, maybe the narrative changed there. But
Starman 1987. I watched Street Fighter the movie yesterday, so I should be ready for this stream, right?
it is a crime that you cannot play the Street Fighter the movie arcade game on Fightcade. Fix that shit. Do it. Do it.
Oh,
I want to
they
play
need
as
to
like
fix that.
the most fucked up Akuma ever.
Yes.
I want to play with Zangief who can reflect fireballs while doing command grabs. Let's go.
There's a streamer doing like, because Akuma is coming to Street Fighter 6. He's like, each time he streams, he's showing like a different Akuma in a different game, and he was showing off via video the Akuma from Street Fighter, the movie, the game, and I was like, why? This looks like an Ed Boon character. It looks like a Mortal Kombat character. This doesn't look like Akuma at all.
Yeah. Which he wasn't even in the movie, right?
No.
No.
Not even a hint.
Cool.
But there's also exclusive characters like that didn't even make it home for the home port. So there's like Sawada and Blade are also a part of the cast. And they're like incredibly fucked and are terrible. They're both really bad. But the combo system in that game's so broken it doesn't matter.
So what are we doing here tonight?
Well, I think it'd be best if you and I try to maybe help guide Josh through some appreciation of this game, because I feel like with fighting games, there's a gap of knowledge from when you just pick up the controller to when you first started feeling comfortable and like knowing who you want to play with and picking a main. And maybe it would be best to just like play some games with Josh where we don't like crawl down his fucking neck, give him a chance to learn a little bit, go back and forth and ask questions. And not only that, but like Third Strike has unique stuff going on that isn't immediately obvious. So pointing that stuff out when it comes out, or pointing out how to do it, I think I don't know. I'm hoping that it'll impart our love of this game into Josh. If nothing else, so we can just play more Third Strike on stream, I guess.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, that's really
Listen, I would play more Third Strike on stream, even if I was horrible at it.
Well, we don't want you to be horrible. We want Mike to be cracked open big style.
Okay.
I would love to be split down the middle.
You're going to be lobstered, my friend. I hope you have a pat of butter. We got the
what is your
Viking
name
Bear
in
Dead
here?
Chicken.
4 and 5 wits. Like,
Are you? Oh, you might have to set yourself to online. I think it sets to
you're
a
right.
Y by default. Away.
Starman
you
says
were right.
Starman says Akuma in the cartoon was a continuation of that movie's story. I forgot about the American-made cartoon. Oh Lord! Oh my Lord! The American-made Darkstalkers cartoon. Anyone? Jaime says pick Q, and I gotta say that's a man of good taste.
I'm
So
not
Josh-
gonna lie, I did play a little bit of this, like after we did the charity stream.
Oh, excellent.
Good.
All right.
So are you more of like an input character or a charge character, would you say?
More of a charge character, but like I can play input characters. Like my main is really Sagat, so
Oh,
But-
okay. Yeah.
I like picked Guile in Street Fighter 6 out of necessity. And also because I was playing May in Guilty Gear Strive, and Josh Scalf was like, you know, Guile is a charge character like May. I said, okay.
That's true.
Are you familiar with the parry system?
No, that is
Okay.
the one thing I'm really not sure of.
So that is basically you hit forward right as the move connects,
Okay.
or at least a frame before.
This is just gonna be you hitting me until I get it.
There you go.
And then how do you parry crouch?
It's like a down forward.
Okay.
You can just tap down, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But also, one unique feature about this game that I think is not a thing in other Street Fighters is ducking is kind of bad, generally speaking. You really don't want to spend a ton of time down there. There's a couple of reasons why, but the parry's harder to hit. Every character has a short hop universal overhead that makes mixing up ducking characters super easy.
Yeah, the thing I was reading about Remy was the reason why he's so considered low tier is because parrying and charging don't really go together well.
There's a couple of other things too, where like Remy does not get good damage, even if he has decent combo potential. Um, but also, like, I think there are characters that do the Guile shtick better. Like Oro is just kind of a more complete package and does something very similar.
But he's so gross looking.
That's what's cool. He's an old freak.
Something that June's reminded me a million times of, and I always forget, is that every character's taunt has a mechanic.
Yeah.
So I'll actually get a damage boost from that successful like Rose hit.
How do you taunt in this game?
It's high punch and high kick at the same time.
Okay.
And Chun-Li's, I think, gives her better stun recovery, and then depending on what like sub animation happens in the taunt, she gets another benefit as well. But I don't.
Yeah,
I don't think you can control which one that is.
the backstretch gives you, I think, 15% of your stun meter back. And then there's an effect after that that's like a temporary defense, attack, or I want to say movement buff, but it's like pretty small, 5%. She's got one of the worst taunts in the game, I would say. Viking Bear says, I've never been much into fighting games, but a lot of streamers I've watched been getting into them. Yeah, there's a huge... What's the best way to put it? There's not an easy way to learn how to get into a fighting game, I don't think. Even despite developers' best efforts. I really do think it's a thing that's, like, learned best communally.
Yeah, you just gotta get a feel
agree.
for it.
One interesting thing about parries in this game, Josh, is that you don't have air blocks, but you do have air parries.
Oh.
So jumping in is actually safer than it would be in any other game because you can parry any anti-airs.
I, of course, have seen the famous Justin Wong Daigo Third Strike clip. I think everybody who's...
This is the best
into
part
video
about
games
Third
has
Strike.
seen it.
You get late hits.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ, dude.
It is absolutely the best part about it. I get so disappointed every other Street Fighter where they just take away my control as soon as the match is over. I'm like, no, there's more to do. The work is not yet finished.
I am fucking dying, dude. I was 100% sure that you were gonna say like killing someone with a taunt or just something more deranged than that. But yeah, dude, that makes sense. That's kind of who you are.
Ah.
D-Martin G with the big sub. Thank you very much. We always appreciate that. This is a salute going out to the subbers. All of you subs out there, thank you so much. Viking Bear says, June, we should hang out and catch up. Yeah, Eli, we should. Maybe not immediately because I'm dying with the amount of work I have, but like, let's make it happen. For sure. Dead Chicken says they love watching fighting games but are bad at it. I can hear that. I also love fighting games that I'm bad at them. We got a Doug up in the chat. Thank you so much. Throw them Dougs up, folks. Big D's.
Unfortunately, the only way to get good at fighting games is to constantly play fighting games.
Pretty much. And with people who give a shit. I think might be the best way to put it. Like, the best way to go from not good to somewhat passable is just get whooped on a lot. But that's like a real, that can be a real morale thing for some folks.
Ugh.
Jaime says the best way to learn is couch play. You need a group of friends who won't try to perfect you and get good. Totally agree on that.
Yeah, sometimes it does help to get destroyed though.
Oh, for sure.
Not right away.
I mean-
after a little bit.
One of the joys of Fightcade, though, I think, is that you can actually have that on demand. Do you know what I mean? Like, so you don't need it in your friend group. you can just like go on there.
How did you not
wrapped
get
up
hit by the
super
counter?
fast.
I have no
But-
idea.
I think the counter only counters high.
Well, no, like it hit.
Hmm.
It was a high hit, but like they did. Chun-Li didn't actually get like damaged by it.
Ooh, goodbye. So Josh, one interesting thing about this game is that you actually have super jumps in it by doing down and up. And you can actually super jump cancel out of the end of that animation and continue the combo in the air.
You make it sound simple, but it doesn't seem that simple.
It's not. But it's like a lot of the juggle stuff that happens in this game is kind of cancel-y, if that makes sense. You like cancel out of supers or cancel out of specials.
Ooh.
Ah,
Press
damn
down
it.
up for a super jump.
Mhm.
Gutter trash.
These
Somebody
matches
is so
are
cool.
pretty tight. Yeah, he is. Bring Dudley back for 6, yay or nay? I gotta say yay. That's my dude.
Absolutely.
I just want like old Dudley. It would be so cool. Like maybe a salt and pepper mustache.
Ooh, I like that. I would want him to keep the fuck up 1920s haircut though. I think that's perfect.
It's true. Is that his butler?
Yeah.
It is. He's based on Lennox Lewis in real life.
No, fight a new rival. I mean, the soundtrack to this game is undeniable.
Super goated. Super insanely good. Whoever
Well,
you want to
that's
try,
what I
Josh, just
expected.
let me know. I can like walk you through 'em. Oh, Josh got my boy Alex here.
He's got the. I can't keep all the grapples straight, but he can do some dirty shit.
Yeah, you sure can. Do you want a heads up on the move list at all?
Not for Alex. There eventually will be a character. These are the two characters I know. Chun-Li and Alex.
Okay,
Executing it though is another thing.
very much so. Especially because some of his command grabs are blockable, which is like a unique and obnoxious thing that happens in this game.
Oh,
Oh, the combat roll into the headbutt. That is sick as shit. We love to see that. That is awesome.
I wanted to know Alex because he's a professional wrestler.
Yeah, that's for sure. His moveset is actually super sick too, like Tornado DDT, like Double Stomp, Power Bomb. He's just a New Japan guy.
Yeah, anything that hurts your neck.
God.
He's working the neck, brother.
I'm gonna work your neck so bad that Dave Meltzer will not even rate it. Like Kota Ibushi versus Tetsuya Naito. Damn. I never played Alex in 5.
Very different character. They made him like a juggle heavy guy.
I wouldn't mind Alex in 6.
Be okay.
June, can you explain Karathros to me? Because I had to Google that after you mentioned it in chat earlier. No?
I'm sorry, I missed the last 20 seconds because I turned on Final Burn Alpha and blew my ears out. What happened?
I said, can you explain Karathros to me? Because I had to Google
Yeah.
it when you mentioned them earlier.
Okay, so Kara throws are a unique mechanic in this game where you have the ability to cancel into your normal throw, which is light punch, light kick, from a normal. But every character only has one real safe Kara string, where you would basically just go normal and then throw immediately afterwards.
Yes, cancel after death.
one thing Makoto is unique is that she has like 7 different Terra throws. So like she has all these secret hidden mechanics that make her super dope, that are not immediately obvious. And Mike, have you done a red parry before yourself?
Have I done a what?
A red parry?
No. That's
No.
like frame perfect from hit stun, right?
No, so it's you
That
have
was
to
the
have a
explanation
success-
I was finding online for it anyway.
That no, actually, now that I'm thinking about hits, I think that's right. Basically, you have to block one hit of a string and then immediately parry afterwards. But if you don't get a successful block, like it can't just be a whiff. You have to get a successful block first. Normally, a parry will put your opponent in hit stun. A red parry like is double the stun. Starman says, I love listening to Tales from the Foaming Tankard episodes where Bachman played a monk based on Dudley. One of my comfort shows. Did you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, did you do the accent?
Yes.
Oh my god. That's dedication to the game, my friend.
Oh, I didn't even put it together that was Dudley.
Oh yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it. Now it makes
It-
perfect sense.
Did you throw rose at people?
I believe so.
How do I do the what's the command grab for the DDT?
The DDT is forward to back kick.
Woo!
Oh.
There. When I turn around backwards like that, there's a follow-up for it. One of the throws.
You can do a down to back punch after the turnaround from Flash. You can also do his secret command grab, which is back and hard punch. And that one is like maybe 2 or 3 frames. It's very, very quick on startup, so throwing that out a lot is good. Vacker Baron says, the dress and hair are looking very elegant today. Thank you. I just got my hair did. Feeling all fancy.
What are Makoto's moves?
Makoto's complicated, so
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
you've got down to back. I'll walk you through them as the match starts. Probably the best way to do it. So go for down to back punch.
Do you need
And
me to
that
hold for a
is-
second?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so down to back punch is both an anti-air and allows you to hit when the character is on ground in combos. So it's like the only character with a ground hit. The move is pretty bad on block though. You also have down to forward punch, which can be held. And you can play sort of games with the holding it. The longer you hold it, the further you dash across the screen.
Is there an
The,
EX for that? Yes, there is.
There is. It's super fast too. The other thing is that charge emotion can be canceled out of, so
Mhm.
you can have her in the charge and then just pause. Her best air deal is down to back kick in midair,
Okay.
and that's going to be effectively her best anti-air is getting up in the air and down to back kicking. That allows her to get a free knockdown, and
Oh, I see.
Makoto is 100% based on getting knockdowns. She has like the best Oki of anyone in any Street Fighter game.
Okay. This character is not going to be for me. I could already tell.
And then she also has a command grab, which I believe is forward to back kick. And the command grab is like she grabs you and cinches, and it gives you like a 4-frame window basically where they're stunned and can't block.
Okay.
Her down to forward punch is mostly for combos. It's not great as a anti-air. But she gets a lot
what
of
are her good normals?
forward punch can be repeated 3 times in sort of like a Rekka sequence. I also really like her strong kick for poking and her ducking MK. Yeah, that lunge forward punch, the one where she does the step forward, can actually be Kara canceled, as can her strong kick.
Oh, sick.
And the forward strong kick, the one where she steps forward like that, you have to hit again mid-strike for the low, but it's another one where you can use it as kind of like a mobility option to get in and play mix-up games.
Okay, here is a really not knowledgeable question. How do you cancel?
So if you're looking to cancel from like special to normal or supers to specials, it's just inputting the super basically anytime in the special range.
Oh, okay.
Whereas canceling from normals is there's only going to be a handful of normals you can really cancel into specials. So like I think Makoto's down to forward punch has a few cancels to it. She's not really a cancel character though. Jaime says Makoto is the anti-Ryu. Yes, absolutely. If you want charge characters, Oro's one, Urian's one, Hugh is one. The light version of her down to forward punch is safe on block.
Can you go full Akuma on me? I just want to try.
Mm-hmm.
Dead Chicken says, what do different fighting styles do when picking a character? What's the best way to put this? Fighting games are largely about space control. So knowing where you are, knowing where your opponent is, getting yourself in an advantageous position. Different styles in a fighting game represent different tools for controlling that space. Whether they be fast movement, good defensive capabilities, the ability to push an opponent into a corner. Oh, that was insane!
I'm gonna try Oro.
Okay. I love Oro.
I don't like his face.
Yeah, I don't like anything about Oro's body, honestly.
Wow, we're really doing that tonight, huh? We're body shaming a 190-year-old man who's nude and lives in a cave.
Okay.
So Oro's got a couple of charge bits. He's got his fireball, which comes out at different speeds when thrown EX. So it's a lot like Guile's in that case. His EX version is super slow, which allows you to use it for like corner pressure.
Like Guile's light Sonic Boom and Street Fighter 6, where you could just let it out and then chase the person.
You got it. He also has a flash kick that is down up punch. It's basically a Shoryuken, so it works exactly like a Shoryuken.
Yep, that is a Shoryuken.
He's got a down to back kick that operates kind of like a seeking overhead.
I don't like looking at him.
Yeah, no, he's a mistake.
Like, this is the skeleton character we mentioned earlier. His skin looks like it's just gonna fall off. Like a rotten banana.
He has a down to back punch that is a command grab. And uniquely, I think, compared to any other character in this game, he has a double jump.
That's silly.
His best move midair is down to back kick, which is sort of like a similar to Makoto's move where you get like a free knockdown. Skeletal Skull says SF3 is such a beautiful game, maybe except Oro. I totally agree. Although I also think Aura is beautiful.
Yeah, like in a museum.
Hey.
He belongs in a museum.
Yeah, he's beautiful, all right, for the circus.
Whatever. I'm still gonna try. I'm try Remy.
I
You
have a
going for
hard
it?
time against Remy, so I don't know. Like tier lists don't really come into play when we're talking about what my weaknesses are.
Josh, the only thing that's really different about between Guile and Remy is Remy has a low fireball with kick. And he also has a down to back kick, which is like operates a lot like a hurricane kick. You can cover a lot of space with it. It's gonna beat a lot of normals. Good
I was
corner
reading
kick.
his like frame data is not very good
It's really bad.
compared
Yeah.
to many other characters.
He's not very played very frequently, and when he is, it's like as a juggle combo character with a really high execution.
Oh god.
Jaime says the Oro slander is wild when Necro is right there. I'm sorry, but if Necro rocked up at a fucking 100 Gex show, okay? He'd be
Necro's like
killing
an
it.
amorphous weird blob.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
that's cool.
some of us are that, you know? He's also a ballet dancer, and he dresses like a member of Rammstein, so, you know, that's gonna work. For some people.
Oh god. No, I'm playing Remy again.
I did definitely pull out that raging demon out of desperation. I'm not gonna lie.
The third super you just racked up with Josh is a auto counter.
Okay. I could even like tell that his frame data is not good.
It's He's like, if you want to play him effectively, you have to really rely on his normals. Like his MKs and LKs are really good. But like, you're not really comboing off of him. You know, you're just being annoying. If you're struggling with getting in, his down to back kick does help with that. I don't know necessarily against Akuma, but... That ducking HP is a juggle that you can combo into your flash kick pretty easily.
Okay, I'm gonna get it.
Sick.
Why isn't Gaio in this game?
Oh, I got so much joy out of watching you hop that fireball. Oh my lord. Freeze my heart, my friend.
I should probably put this live in Discord so that reactions can be a little bit better timed.
I'm watching you in Fightcade.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I got bored of watching it on stream, so I rocked it for like 5 minutes. But even spectating, I think I'm like 5 seconds behind you or something.
Dang.
So I just watched Josh get swept.
I'm gonna try Remy one more time.
Yes, I've been waiting for this.
Are you ready? Go!
some Third Strike dirt if you are unaware. There is one bad thing about this game. The announcer, who is also the guy that raps on some of the songs, claims that he was never paid for this game by Capcom. Which is pretty shady. It's also why they replaced him in all the other subsequent ports of the game.
What's it? What is it in the other ones? I don't think I've ever heard that.
They have a new announcer.
Mm. Oh, the
and
announcer. I thought you said the raps.
No, the raps I think they keep in as the original music, but the guy who on the character select screen is talking and says like, "I've been waiting for this" and that kind of shit, is the guy that raps. And in every like home port of the game, like in the HD edition, they actually brought someone else in and re-recorded a bunch of lines, so that that versus screen doesn't have the announcer that you're used to, or the music, like the "Let's get it on now, select and make your first pick." That's not in the re-release.
10-9-8-7-6?
Mm-hmm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Josh is picking up rounds, my friend.
Yeah, I don't like it.
The knockdown sweep is good.
Oh god.
You gotta jump over that. That's pretty much all you can do. Like, screen freezes, start jumping.
I think you can be jabbed out of it too, right?
Maybe. I've honestly, I don't think I've ever been on the receiving end of one. But it seems like usually when I don't get hit with it.
Do you need 2 bars for that?
Yeah, you have to. Well, if you have like the one that's. I think one of his specials is only 1 bar, right?
Yeah, one of them is.
Yeah,
So I don't
like,
think
you can do it. You can still do it. You just have to have full. Whatever your max is, it has to be max.
Oh, okay, cool. Because he also has the other secret super too, which I think is like down, down, down 3 punches.
Oh, I always forget about that.
Josh, I would say there's literally nothing to know about Akuma that you don't already know. This is like the one character with nothing unique going on. He's just good.
He just has low health.
Yeah, but I mean, like a lot of characters do.
What are his good normals?
What do you say, Mike? You do a lot of like poking with the legs.
Yeah, I do a lot of poking with high punch. I mean, jumping medium kick is good on all the Shoto types for the most part.
Very easily parried though.
Oh, like most things, do it till it stops working.
The flip kick grab punch thing is unusually strong in the corner in this one. It's pretty safe. You can usually get a combo off of a successful hurricane kick. Like, I think you can DP after one. Oh, let's go. That was sick.
There it is.
Fuck.
You win.
That is the most SNKS move. Like, my god.
Are you interested in learning Raging Demon at all?
I know it.
Oh, okay, you do. Okay, got it.
It's just that like under pressure sometimes I can't like remember it.
Yeah, it really has to be like memorized. I played a lot of Alpha 3 on GBA on an emulator, and I just did that every round.
Wait, you can... How do you do that in Alpha 3? Do you have to... Like, don't you have to do hards by, like, pressing 2 buttons?
I forget exactly. I mean, we're talking in high school, so...
Oh, gotcha.
It's punch, punch, forward. It's low punch, forward.
Low kick, high
low
punch.
kick, high punch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I played a lot of Akuma in 4.
He was kind of nice in 4. Bring back Goken, make him better.
Yes, I was of Goken main, and it was hard.
Goken's sick.
I was so excited to be like, oh, Ryu and Ken's teacher is finally in the game.
And he's got like the world's easiest juggle DP in the world. Like, all you have to do is just EX DP and you get infinite juggle combos. It's amazing. Mike, I gotta say, that's a nice whiff. That's a nice whiff punish right there, my friend. Jaime says Akuma's best version is Tekken 7. He's probably right about that.
A broken character. Okay, he's not broken, it's just he's a Street Fighter character in a Tekken game. And so he has unfair advantages.
And his normals are just like so much better in that Tekken game than any of the Street Fighters. He's such a beast. I wish Geese were better, but you know, it's not. I like 7 quite a bit. Have you played 8 at all, Josh?
Yes,
How is it?
a good amount of time. I like it a lot. More than
Okay.
7.
Really? Okay. Interesting.
Unfortunately, they're doing the same bullshit as Capcom with the battle passes and whatnot. And like the Tekken bucks, like you need 600 Tekken bucks, but you can only buy 1,000 Tekken bucks. It feels like, you know, some shareholder said, yeah, you gotta do this.
I hate that Tekken Bucks are a real thing. And the fight mini system in 6 is like atrocious.
Oof.
Dare I say one thing that 5 did better?
My fight money!
I didn't know you could go into dive kick so late off that flip. That's crazy.
Oof.
Head stomp. That's straight up disrespectful. What is it? It did like very little damage.
Yeah, well, it didn't hit with all of them either.
Oh, okay. It's stuck on the ankle.
It's one thing that I know that I do is I trip too much. Like it works, and that's probably also the problem.
You can harass with Chun-Li fireballs if you use the LP version, but it's more slow and for mix-up than like an actual fireball.
Prepare to strike now.
What
Is
SF
Akuma your
character?
best character?
What's that?
Is Akuma your best character?
Probably.
Your Ken is pretty good too.
Yeah, I do like Ken.
Oh, she does have the move.
What's that?
That
Oh,
one.
the backflip kick. She has the turnaround with HK as well. I think it's like down forward HK. Jaime asks, which Street Fighter character would you add to Third Strike? And his suggestion was Adon. I love Adon. Adon's great.
I
Who would I
hate
add, though?
Adon with a fiery passion, and it's only because of his stupid voice. I hate it. I hate him so much.
June, do you want to get in here?
Find a new rival.
Sure.
Alright.
No pressure though. If you want to rocket some, I don't mind.
Yeah,
Should I X out?
yeah.
Who would I add to Third Strike? It's hard. I don't.
I would like to see how they would do Hakan's animations in 2D.
Oh, I like that. I like that shit right there.
I'm trying to think of characters that are just not like characters I want to play.
Right.
Like I want to say Guile and Sagai because those are my mains, but
Oh, Relento.
Relento would be fun.
Yeah.
Give me like maybe Manon. I would like Manon, I think.
Is Manon the one with the bullshit pull-in
Oh yeah.
mechanic? No, fuck that.
You know what I'm about.
No. Put
Oh.
Manon in the dumpster. I don't like it.
I'd put
feel like-
Jury in Third Strike. That'd be interesting.
Oh, that would be good. Be like the only character that really plays like Chun-Li. So I'm just gonna pick all the weirdos.
Let me know when you guys got a match open because I'm having trouble finding it in the list.
We got one open.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, there it is.
Jaime says Jury would be best and worst to date. I could fuck with Rose in Third Strike too. I think that'd be good.
Ooh, you guys are fighting with no background.
Yeah, for some reason when you spectate, there's no background. That happened to me during the charity stream.
Oh, weird. Yeah, June's Oro gives me nightmares. I don't know how to deal with it.
I'm not playing it very well right now, unfortunately. I do love the spooky. You're right. I think the non-background's kind of sick, actually.
He looks like a potato that grew out of the bag.
That did not do a ton of damage, it didn't look like.
It's got homing properties though, so it'll follow you into the game. Or at least the X version does.
I'm gonna grab some water.
What year did Third Strike come out, do you know?
I want to say it's 97 or 98, something like that.
And that's in the arcade, right? Not the home console version.
Yeah, the home console version would have been the Dreamcast version. I think it was 2000.
Man, the Dreamcast, what a system.
R.I.P. folks. We have a whole episode in our podcast about it if you want to get really depressed.
It was great because they did not block burning their games at all. So I had most of my games were not like bought.
No, oh no, neither were mine. Little bit of history myself. I used to sell bootleg games for the Dreamcast, and I sold a lot of them, and funded myself a trip to Morocco with it. I was like
Holy
17.
shit.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Why Morocco? I was working for the UN. Don't ask. It's a strange life.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Oh, I haven't played Ori in forever.
god. Is that a...
That was just a normal throw.
Okay.
Oro looks like someone wearing human skin as a disguise. Great image. Love to think about it.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Oh, I did not get Aegis reflected at all. No, I did not.
I'd like to learn Marvel vs. Capcom sometime.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
It's fun.
Really hard.
I'm not good at it, but I love playing it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, no, I'm real bad at it.
And like, if you're learning, don't start with 2. It's not
Yeah.
good for you, health.
But I want to be taken for a ride.
Which one do you think
Ryu
would be
rival.
best to learn with? Probably X-Men versus Street Fighter, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the one that's like clean and easy to understand,
Sure.
not filled with a bunch of broken bullshit. I mean, it is. Every character has an infinite, but like, that's not the meta.
Starting with 2 and then going like 2 characters and then going to 3 characters seems easier.
I think so. I think so, and I think you have more time to learn the character you're with, because like obviously the appeal of Marvel Capcom 2 is the large roster, but those characters do less than they do in the other games.
Sure.
Ow. I do want a new Marvel vs. Capcom game, but there's some appeal to just doing a new X-Men vs. Street Fighter game.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would say so.
Like, don't bog it down in like all the franchises.
I think I'd have to say probably with what happened to was it 3 or Infinite that got like
Infinite.
completely pulled off shelves.
Infinite.
Yeah, they're probably hesitant to want to do another one after that.
The like, there are top executives still at Capcom and still at Marvel that just fucking hate each other. Like,
Oh,
they
yeah.
don't want anything to do with each other. That's how
Marvel is-
bad Infinite went.
Like, Marvel is apparently super difficult to work with, and Capcom is, I mean, one of the weirdest companies in games. It was always a bad relationship, and then people just need to make it work. I'll throw one out there. Street Fighter versus Spider-Verse. Let's do that, folks.
Ooh. That'd be like be kind of like fighters, like Dragon Ball Fighters, but like with a million Spider-Man instead of a million Gokus.
But you could
There's
also
Ben
have...
Riley. There's Otto Octavius. There's Kane Riley. There's Peter Parker.
Yeah,
there's,
but they would just do a million Spider-Man. You know they
There's
would.
Miles Morales. No, I mean those are all Spider-Man.
Otto Octavius?
Otto-
Well, oh, you like
yeah,
Superior
yeah.
Spider-Man. Okay.
Yeah.
What about this idea, though? Ryu Noir. Huh? Huh? Do you like Street Fighter characters in the Spider-Verse realities?
Can I complain about something?
Of course.
You sure can.
The Street Fighter crossover with the Power Rangers fighting game.
Yes.
Ryu has a morphed Power Rangers form. Why the fuck is he not barefoot? Dude, like morphed in a full suit, but he's still barefoot is such an easy slam dunk for that character. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's marketing bullshit. Someone with a degree stepped in, and I don't like that.
Do they have like a story explanation for that? Like, how do Ryu and Chun-Li, get into the Morphin Grid?
There is a story explanation, I believe, but from a parallel reality where that's normal.
Where like the Street Fighter people were just the Rangers.
Yes.
That's awesome.
If I remember, that story mode gets so hard I actually had to flunk out of it because I just couldn't get like past a certain boss fight.
Like,
Yeah.
Not easy.
I just imagine that universe Akuma just straight up killed Lord Zed.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if Lord Zed is on par or weaker than a government submarine, then yeah, no problem.
That is the ending of Street Fighter 3 for Akuma, folks. And it is as sick as it sounds. Skeletal Skull says, Oreo looks like a french fry lost in a car seat. That's a fact. Jaime says, I want SNK versus Namco. SNK or Namco versus Marvel. Namco versus Marvel would be nuts. I have no idea. Like, Klonoa is beating up Wolverine or something?
Does Namco, like... Namco has, like, participated in other fighting games, though. They don't really have their own...
Well, Tekken. On
Oh,
Soul
yeah,
Calibur,
and Soul
Tekken
Calibur.
and Soul Calibur. Whoops!
Although Soul Calibur might be dead.
Good riddance. That last
Yeah.
Soul Calibur game was not good. And
Yeah.
the prior one was not good, and then the one with Darth Vader was not good. A lot of bad vibes going around.
At least we'll always have two.
2 was great.
That is true. Two was popping. I think I prefer 1 on the Dreamcast, but I could be talked out of it.
1 on the Dreamcast was also very, very good.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. I think I prefer 1 also but only because I played it like way too much. I think I told you I beat that game on ultra hard with a fishing controller.
Oh yeah.
Another game I didn't officially own on the Dreamcast, and I just had a burned copy because they let you do that.
Yeah. I talked to Sega. They said it was okay. They said it's fine. Don't worry about it at all.
You gotta wonder if they caught that in the manufacturing process and will just be like, no one will figure this out. This is a calculated risk we can take.
I think I really like Chun-Li in this game.
It's great.
I love when the health bar depletes on the last hit of a super. Like if it depletes like midway through, yeah, the animation finishes, but it doesn't feel meaty.
I hear that.
Q's sounds are very strange.
It
Big
sounds like you have
damage.
asthma.
Big damage boost if he hits a certain number of those taunts, by the way.
No damage boost.
Oh, wait, was it?
30%. No, it's 30% extra HP.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
So each one you hit is 10% extra life meter, and you max out at 3.
It sounds like he's belching.
Oh, that felt pretty good. I got all that, can't lie.
I really loved Soul Edge on the PlayStation. Starman1987 says, the local diner in the town I grew up in of like 600 people randomly had a Soul Edge arcade machine in the lobby. I played a shit ton of that.
We had one at the arcade near my parents' place up north in Michigan, and it was like that, Marvel Capcom, or X-Men Street Fighter, and UMK3, and I was a very happy young child.
Yeah, if Chun-Li cracks her neck, her attack power increases for all moves excluding throws. She rubs her shoulder, she gets a defense increase. If she arches forward and stretches her hips, both her attack and defense power increase.
Oh, sick.
I like
didn't know
that. That should be a mechanic. Although, I could see why people wouldn't like it.
The taunting.
Yeah.
Folks, you gotta accept taking an L sometimes. It's healthy for you.
But, like, taunting should do something. Otherwise... Like, you don't see professionals in the newer Street Fighter games taunt that much.
No, there
Should
are
have it-
MK
it should have a
players.
use.
I like the mechanic of it. I think that I would agree. I would prefer that in every Street Fighter. There are some MK pros that fucking teabag people.
That's cool.
If you like
yeah,
that.
but Mortal Kombat is a bad suit. So. I regret buying one.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's-
Yeah, totally. I was like, I'm finally gonna give Mortal Kombat. I quit after Armageddon, and I came back for one, and was like, no, thank you.
yeah. I mean,
I didn't know you could do that hop that many times.
oh yeah. The place I played indoor soccer at had X-Men Street Fighter and Street Fighter 3, not Third Strike.
This is interesting. It does not say anything about Dudley's Rose having to be a successful hit.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Okay. And he gets an attack power increase. Q's defense power increases for the duration of the round. This effect can be stacked up to a maximum of 3 times.
Yeah, so you have to hit all three taunts in every single round to get the bonus. It's kind of brutal. I'm not the best Q player, but he is really fun. He's like Balrog with command throws.
Fight a new rival. Ryu's got a really sick donkey kick in this one that I love.
Oh, yes, baby. EX Donkey Kick feels so good.
And he got it back in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which is why that game is good.
Hell yeah. There's a lot of reasons why that game is good. It's hideous. It's got the most fucked roster of all time. It seems to be cursed.
It was one of the most egregious, like, Chops DLC ever.
Yes.
What's the method
They're-
to play that these days?
PS3 emulation, I believe.
Okay.
So I think RC PS3 will let you do, like, parsec stuff with it.
Oh, sick. Okay.
But, like, the Steam port straight up doesn't launch. Like, it's amazing.
I have a sealed copy on Vita.
Oh, that is cursed,
Wow.
Mike.
I heard PS3 emulation is just, like, starting to get good now.
It's great, actually. Like, especially considering how most PS3 these days probably sound like a truck shutting down. Like, it's great. It's in a good place. Much better than 360, I would say. Then again, I only play, like, fucking degenerate fighting games and upsetting action RPGs, so that just
Some
might
of
be-
those fighting games we played on the charity stream were actually, like, really good. to play.
Yeah. Yeah, it was wild. I didn't
Yeah.
expect to like as many of them.
Are you fiending for more Jackie Chan?
Okay,
No,
not that
wasn't
one.
of them.
Yeah, no. Don't get it twisted.
Breakers is pretty great. I like Breakers a lot. Kazuna Encounter is sick as well. Mike was tearing Kazuna Encounter apart.
It's impossible for me to remember which one that was.
It was the tag fighter, where you basically
Oh.
went undefeated.
Oh yeah.
Clown.
Had a good time with that.
Oh, Jaime says there's a mod to play the Steam version of Street Fighter X Tekken, so I mean that sounds great. I would love to play that game sometime.
Can you play it online, Jaime? That's the other question.
Probably, you could probably parse that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, Street Fighter X Tekken is far more upsetting and ugly than you remember.
And they had the weird gem system. I remember that.
Oh god.
Yeah, you can follow up off of the EX donkey kick because they bounce off the wall.
Oh yeah, I do that in Street Fighter 6 all the time.
I think it's a little touchier here, but yeah, it feels just as good.
It's super safe to do EX Donkey into DP, and like strong DP is probably the best damage you can get out of a special. Yoon feels broken all the time. He's great.
I have heard that.
He's broken in 4. At least he was for a while. And he sucks shit in Capcom SNK.
There's a character in this game that's broken in 4. I don't remember her name. She's got like
Elena?
white hair.
Oh, Elena, yeah. She is like bottom tier in this game.
Yeah, in Ultra Street Fighter 4, she's like super broken to the point that she's banned, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, she's gross. That was a good round.
Can't go wrong with Ryu. Except unless you're playing him in 6. but I'm pretty sure they're buffing him really well.
I hope so, because he is very fun. He's just not great. Please give me Aki buffs, please.
I know
begging
he
you.
is being buffed. I just don't remember what the buffs are, because they already have the buffs in Japan, and
Oh, do
so
they?
when they had Evo Japan, people played Akuma, and Akuma was only in this one location, so everyone had to. It was like 3 hours away from like the main Evo location,
Oh, Jesus.
and the version of Street Fighter 6 that had Akuma had all the buffs. And
Oh,
so there
okay.
was someone on Twitter just like listing all the buffs. I'm pretty sure Ryu got really good buffs.
They
like
actually
that.
like how'd they get notes on it? Like how because you can't tell specifically what happened just by playing it. I mean, you can maybe tell that. It
Oh, that's
feels
what they
different.
There's video of it too, floating around. Okay.
Like, what do you mean of them just like playing it and figuring out what the buffs are?
Yeah, there's a lot of playtest footage from that event. I didn't know it was off-site, but like Jay-Won did some stuff, and I think Max. did
But
some
like,
stuff.
I'm just saying, like, no hard numbers.
No,
I no,
just
I
more
don't.
like observations.
I can't imagine being that in tune with a fighting game that I would be able to tell that something did more damage.
I can't imagine playing
Guile
with
did not get
anything
it.
like.
I know that.
Did he need any?
No, he got one debuff, but it's not really like the end of the world.
Elena's
Can you do
taunt
that
has
for-
decent hitboxes too, doesn't it?
It's alright. It's not great. It's worth it for when she falls down sometimes.
What does Ryu's buff do? I mean, taunt do?
It's like 15% damage increase on next hit, I believe.
Is it like for a limited time?
I
Stun
think it's
gauge
next
recovery for Ryu, actually.
Oh, okay, cool.
Which, that's probably like... I feel like that's the worst buff that I've seen at all of these.
It depends. Some characters are really stun heavy.
Yeah, Alex is really stun heavy.
Yeah, but I mean, that, at best, that makes it situational.
Oh, for sure.
Whereas like a flat, like, oh, I have more health or I have a damage increase that helps in every situation.
How dare you?
I love her, but she is like the most dirt simple character. Just mix-ups. Mix-ups, mix-ups, and more mix-ups.
And too many frames of animation.
Starman says she's got legs and she knows how to use them. Yeah, her legs are animated. Maybe more than anything in history.
I am surprised, like, people have not made their own versions of Third Strike with more characters. Like, that's basically what they're doing now with Ultimate Marvel Capcom 3, is they're basically adding new characters on themselves.
They have
I'm
to
like-
do it with like 3D models though, right? Because I can't imagine anyone being capable of hand drawing this shit.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Although maybe like I don't know, those mutant heads are real stuckos.
Yeah, I just want a new sprite-based fighter.
Oh, that would be nice.
I don't think it's ever gonna happen.
No, of course not.
Because it won't make any money, is the problem.
You'd have to kickstart it, I think, and even then it would be like an indie project. Like I think Yagatarasu is like that, but Yagatarasu also stinks. Like it's very pretty, but it's not fun. That is the issue. This character is just jump-ins. Like that's all she does.
Yeah.
Flash kick.
Oh, I love flash kicks so much.
Your revenue's not too bad.
Bachman, do you wanna face June?
I can do a couple.
Get this mirror match popping. Then
Oh,
I'll
sick. Yeah, do it.
kick back into the streets.
Doesn't Remy have another special that I'm just not using?
Down to back kick.
Yeah, how do you do that kick?
Down to back kick.
Okay.
It's really great for corner pressure. And that's a command throw, which I believe is forward back punch.
Nice.
Starmania, you saying that Remy's legs are also being used? I guess that's fair.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Corner pressure.
Yeah, it's real. It's real and it's scary. Starman says, I like Remy's outfits. If I had more confidence, I would dress like that. I don't blame you for that, but you should rock it. Get some purple jeans, bro. Get some heels.
I think I've reached a point in my life where it's like I've gone from saying I'm no good with charge characters to saying I have no desire to be good with charge characters.
I wasn't good with charge characters until May in Strive. Because someone drilled into my head, like, always be charging, and I
Right.
just didn't get that concept until I started, like, really trying to do it.
I hear that.
You win.
E++, that's not great.
You only get a good score if you, like, never get touched.
Now.
I want
Put
to do
me
one
back
more.
out. Oh, okay.
I want to do one more where we get a Necro game in. At the very least. Get some dignity back.
Oh, it's 12. That's more like the amorphous blob. That's
Yes.
what I was thinking of.
Necro's a little freak too, though.
They're related. Canonically.
Is one like a clone of the other?
They're both part of a super soldier program, and 12 is an escape experiment, while Necro is like a super soldier that went rogue.
And which one is Wolverine?
That's Wolverine.
Okay.
A like crossover game that I was interested in because they have a comic is Street Fighter versus Ninja Turtles.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I would fuck with that.
There's a full cast of Ninja Turtle characters you could put in a versus Street Fighter game.
Well, and some existing ones to work off of too. Like I would definitely want Wingnut, because SNES Tournament Fighters is actually kind of great.
I remember it being really slow.
Depends
Or
on
lo-
who you're playing with. It can be fast.
Or like the frames were really slow.
There's not a lot of animation, so it's like kind of weird.
We should check in on Team NTX Justice League again, though.
There are updates, I believe.
No. That's a loss.
Woo! Break that one back a little bit.
Out of my way.
I'm telling you, I am quitting my job and going pro if they put this dude in 6. I'm not going to be successful, but I will do it.
So I think you only don't get the background if it's like if you load in after the match has already started, because I've had backgrounds for all these other matches.
Oh, that's good. Ah,
Hell yeah.
nice round, dude. Good job.
Who is the girl? Is that like
That
Necro's
is-
friend?
Yeah, Necro's friend who helped him go rogue and is teaching him ballet. Or rather, the joy of ballet. How was your how'd that feel? Like, do you feel like you are drawn towards anyone in particular? Like, your Chunny and your Remy's were pretty solid.
I really like Chun a lot. It's because they're very normals that I really like her. She's got really
Her
good
normals. She's got super good normals. Do I have to find Bachman? Where's he
I
at?
found you, but it's not letting me challenge you for some reason.
All right, let me try to challenge you then. Street Fighter would Hugh Jackman play? Whatever the most theatrical one is. He's a theater guy, right? EX3. It's very upsetting. Are there any Mugen games on Fightcade? No, unfortunately. But some games made in the Ikemen engine do have rollback. Ken? Alright.
If only we could get Kenny Omega to play Third Strike with us.
Yeah, how do we do that?
Because I know he has not played a lot of Third Strike. I think he like started with 4 with fighting games.
Who does he main in 6 now?
Who's the grappler character? That is also like a dance ballerina.
Manon?
Yeah. He's like master with Manon.
She's so sick.
I've played him 3 times and I haven't beaten him once. He's so good.
You just get,
with Manon.
like, randomly matched up or something?
No, he streams on Fridays and he plays Street Fighter 6. And so he'll go to the battle hub and he'll be like,
Oh.
"Oh, I'm in North America 10." And then I'll just go to North America 10 and fight Kenny Omega.
Oh, that's sick. Oh, I hate that. Ugh. Good matches though.
Yeah.
Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the world of Street Fighter 3.
What else haven't we played as? Oh, definitely got to do this.
Oh, yes. Crush me. Throw me into the wall. Hugo always feels good to lose to.
If you lose to Hugo, the Hugo has earned it. He's another one where like his amount of animation on him is just like legitimately insane. Hugo did not earn it, folks. Did not happen. Also, his his anti-air should probably be DP, but that's just me. Just pumped out so bad.
Now, find a new rival. Welcome.
Alright, we're doing the speed run. All the other weird characters, let's go. We got Yang. Let's do Yang.
Hugo feels like he got ripped out of The Simpsons to me. Maybe it's the faces. of Hugo.
He is a little Homerish.
Like he looks like one of those characters that would be in most taverns but never get to speaking roles.
He gets a single episode in like season 17 and it's very upsetting.
Oh, God. My fight money.
Your fight money.
Go.
That's got to be up there for best like defeat book.
I can't think of one I like more. Nice job, June. Just dash right into a corner trap. You fucking dolt. Yikes.
Final round. Go for it.
Oh god.
Foot to the face.
You win.
That felt better than usual. I'm not
Yeah,
like
no,
Yang.
that was I was feeling the pressure for sure.
Find a new rival.
The secret with Yang is that his normals are secretly terrible, so you can just jab him out of everything he tries to do.
Oh god, 12.
Oh, Guile did get a buff up there.
Okay.
Guile can now combo crouch, light kick, crouch, light punch, OD Sonic Blade into OD Sonic. I'm gonna be using.
Prepare to strike.
That's it.
Okay, apparently they added, you know how you reuse Hadouken, you could like charge it up.
Yeah.
But you would have to use it when you did a Hadouken. Now you don't choose to do an enhance or a regular Hadouken with powered up. So you have now more choice over when you can use it. And apparently he can charge cancel after a target.
Wow, yeah, just do that.
You win. Alright, that's cool.
See that P.
Now, find a new rival. Welcome to
I like my Ken covered in pee.
prepare for battle.
Good, good, good. That's very good. Congratulations, sir. Fuck. If you were in a fighting game, what would your victory quote be? Asked Starman. That's simple. So it'd be the same one from King of Fighters. Go home and play sports. Which I believe is Fightern.
As a New Yorker, I would be in a Street Fighter game, so I would want, since they mostly play with stereotypes, I would want to be a stereotypical New Yorker. Hey, I'm walking here. Like,
Yeah, yeah, that's great.
give me a bagel and a slice of pizza.
Oh my god.
I'm back on the subway.
Oh god.
We got the 3-piece and the biscuit. Yikes.
I was so scared that round.
Is Ibuki good in this game?
Better than
I
she
like-
is in the other ones.
I like the Ibuki
Um,
in 4.
4 is very different, I would say. 4 and 5 are both very different. So she's like very much a mix-up character in this one. And her damage is not high. Like she's not considered to be very good, but it's super fun to play.
Final round. Engage.
I find she really struggles against characters that have a functional fireball.
Bachman's Ken, pretty incredible.
It's really good.
Why does Ken have to be so good all the time? Can I get one Street Fighter game where Ken is like really bad? Although I don't think he was great when 5 originally released, but got buffed.
No, he was bad when he was Banana Man. Like, five's weird though, because every character kind of plays the same. They're just like juggle with it combo monkeys. It's crazy.
I didn't like 5 very much.
I think it got better by the last.
I refuse to learn how V triggers worked.
It's literally just pressing 2 buttons.
No, it's not my fault.
Go.
I deeply love what's her face, Menette in 5. She's awesome.
Well, of course it got good towards the end. That's when they added Sagat.
Sagat 4 was beast mode.
Yes. I was so good with Sagat in 4. I was so happy.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Original Street Fighter 4, Scott was like broken. It was so good.
Yes.
And they did a balance check when they came out with Street Fighter 4. Fortunately, I didn't win as much after that.
I love the last part of Street Fighter 5 because it was like the character selection was designed exactly for me. It's like, here's Gil. Here's a character from rival schools. Seth is transgender now. It's fucking awesome. It's unfortunate that half of the cast does not play well, but you know,
I would be okay with Seth coming back.
Seth is sick.
Find a new rival. Welcome to the world of Street Fighter 3. Prepare for battle. Yeah, I've been waiting for this. Well, I got the picture.
There's definitely some 5 characters that I would like back.
Battle.
For sure.
Not G though. I hate that
Give,
character.
give me Menette, please.
Oh god.
Yeah, I have a feeling Menat is definitely gonna be sick.
I think so. She's got one of those like designs that is very memorable.
I don't think they'll make a Street Fighter game again that doesn't have Jury. I think Jury's
Oh, God,
gonna
man.
be the game.
She should probably just be on the normal roster usually. Like,
Yeah, it's funny how like
Now.
Crimson Viper. That's the character that I want back. Is Crimson Viper from 4. But Crimson
like-
Viper was supposed to be like the new female character that everybody loved, and then they released Jury for Super Street Fighter 4, and everybody. It was like the Homer gif where he sees the cute sheep, and then he sees the even cuter sheep and pushes the other sheep out of the way. That's Crimson Viper to Jury.
I would agree with that. That's what Jury did to my beloved Rufus, and I'm disgusted.
Oh god.
Shoulder check, baby.
Ken's
It's insane
neck
that-
snapping back.
Alex is straight up just based on Hulk Hogan, which is very upsetting to me. 'Cause he's so cool, and Hulk Hogan is not cool.
No, he's a Scientologist.
That rules.
Wait, is he really?
Yeah.
And a Christian at the same time. This guy is creating new religions in his head every day.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I did see that he's a Christian now. Maybe he gave up Scientology.
He's always been a Christian because he always used to wear the that big Jesus piece in the ring.
I guarantee you once Scientology asked him for money, that was when he was like, I'm out. No thank you. I thought I was
Not for
getting
me,
paid.
brother.
They spent 5 weeks trying to explain to him what a thetan is, and he just got upset and left the room. He's not learning, brother.
Listen, brother, I'll hold your little rods, but
He's a bad person.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Oh, that was cool.
That was disgusting. Oh, Makoto, you cannot handle Ken.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Makoto seems like perfect for Street Fighter 6.
I don't know. I feel like the way that they did her in 4 was not like quite on, and I'm worried that they
No.
might mess that up again.
But I'm just basing it on like the mechanics of Street Fighter 6. That should be good.
Yeah.
Like drive rush into that forward punch special.
Oh, sure, yeah, I can see that.
Find a new rival. Welcome to the world of
Starman says, if I remember correctly, Hogan was almost the spokesman for the George Foreman grill. I don't think that's true. I think it's one of his insane lies. But it's hard to say. He does that a lot.
I hate his guts, but I do love watching interviews with him just to count the lies. Because
Yeah.
he'll take credit for things that he had no part of.
An all-time great at lying, I would say. Like, winning the lying Olympics every day. I think my favorite is the one where he claimed to audition for Metallica.
Which, like, the thing that's wild about that is, aren't there enough things about him that are true? That, like, he doesn't need to lie about anything?
Yes!
He can't help it. He's just been lying for so long.
Literally.
I can't wait for him to be like, yeah, I formed the Elite in New Japan, and I'm the one that discovered Kenny Omega. I told him to name the V Trigger. What's that? Street Fighter 5? No, I don't know what that is.
He once said that he met a dying child at Wembley Stadium, and the kid held off on dying so that he could meet Hulk Hogan. Just fucking incredible.
I mean, that's nice of the kid, right?
But wait. But the kid did die.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like, the kid was backstage, like, on a hospital bed, and I came back after fighting the fucking British Bulldog or whatever.
Wait, is he saying that the kid died backstage?
Yes.
But
Jesus
he
Christ.
held on long enough to meet Hulk Hogan.
That's right.
He's like, see you again, brother.
He rocks and he sucks at the same time. It's incredible. If he were like not a real person and just a character from folklore, a la Johnny Appleseed, it would be like an interesting part of the American texture. But instead, he's just like an unpleasant Florida guy.
I guarantee when he dies, like they're gonna discover that he has a new CTE that they haven't discovered yet.
CPE 2?
Yeah.
Oh god, not the sequel. CPE. I'm dying. New CPE.
CTE 2 is very funny.
Oh, God.
I think my favorite bit of like secret Hogan lore is that the match he wrestled while wearing a helmet with a fist on top of it. Because he wanted his new gimmick to be hitting people in the head with a helmet. Like in
Cool.
matches. There are photos of it, it's insane.
Pasta Mania is probably my favorite.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like just the menu alone makes me crack up.
I gotta keep running this back until I get around from this man right here.
I have to pee so bad, so it's probably going to happen soon.
Why don't you pee then, dude? It's fine.
Alright,
Yeah.
be right back.
Pasta Mania. Wait, are the menus for that out there on the internet?
Yes.
Oh shit! Oh shit! We can
Yeah.
have a Pasta Mania night. We make all our favorite Hulk Hogan dishes.
There was one AEW Dynamite that was like kind of boring, and I remember just reading. I was in voice chat and Discord and just reading the Pasta Mania menu.
Reading the Pasta Mania menu after that like 20-minute Jay White Billy Gunn match.
No, I was crying in that.
Where you-
I hate Billy Gunn so much. Well, I should say I hate Billy Gunn in 2024. Like, why is he on TV? What blackmail does he have on Tony Khan that he gets to be on TV?
Because he's more over than the tag team he's with. Like, it's like after the wrap, that team is cooked, baby. Which is a shame because Bowens is good.
Yeah, Bowens is probably gonna have to
Fighters ready.
go solo.
He has WWE stink on him for me, but like he just smells like a guy that's gonna end up on SmackDown in 5 years.
Bowens?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a special menu for Little Pasta Mania.
Oh shit! Let us know. What's on?
The Hokoroni and cheese, cheeseburger pasta, and Hokios.
Oh,
They're
like
just- yeah, they're just spaghettios.
Jesus Christ. Tokyo sounds so fake.
They
Skeletal
just have
skull.
cans of spaghettios in the back.
even worse, generic SpaghettiOs. They probably have like one of those giant tubs, a barrel.
You get international pastas like Swedish meatballs, pasta mexicana,
What is that?
turkey tetrazzini, and beef
No.
stroganoff.
He invented beef stroganoff?
He defeated beef stroganoff and then got to take the name. You get Hulk's power pasta,
Go.
penne pasta, chicken, veggies, and your choice of sauce.
How often do you think Hulk Hogan actually ate pasta? You could probably get away with it with the kind of roids he was doing. He was on like Ultra Gear. I am getting cracked the fuck open. This is brutal, man.
You win. Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the world of Street Fighter 3. Prepare for battle.
Skeletal Skull says, back when Hogan was wrestling, it was still a carnival. Very, very true. Gonna be honest, never was a big Hogan fan, but I watched the movie where he was a nanny and enjoyed it. You might be the only person, my friend.
I just remember there was like a Three Ninjas movie where he
Revenge on
was the
Surf
villain.
Mountain?
I
Yeah.
think there was a roller coaster involved.
Yes. That is the one that he shaved his mustache for. So, like, there's a good 2 months of Nitro where he's, like, evil, mustacheless Hulk Hogan. And he's, like, hanging out in graveyards to find his true self.
I gotta stop trying to hit that standing medium kick because it like gets punished every time.
You literally went for it again?
Yeah!
I kind of do want Necro in 6 just to see like his updated look.
I would love it.
Are you ready?
He just looks like late 90s to me. Those fucking boots, the dungeon harness.
In 6, they'll give him like a hat.
Don't do it. We need to see his freaky bald head. Capcom, resist the urge to put a beanie on this man.
Final round.
Oh, I was thinking like a newsboy.
I mean, that's basically what they fucking did to Q in 5, so... Let's put a silly hat on this guy.
Is Q in 5?
He's G. Canonically.
Q and G are the same person?
Yeah,
That makes me so sad.
it's very upsetting.
Because I love Q, and I hate G so much. He's just Abe Lincoln. He's just like magic Abe Lincoln. That's crazy. You just dropped a bomb on me.
It's very upsetting. Because, like, it's like, they're gonna bring Q back. It's like, yeah, like this. No!
Like, G looks like he smells bad.
Now,
At least Q had some good fashion.
welcome to the world
You gotta be real. None of the presidents, like, before 1940 probably smelled good. Right? Like, this is the era
That's
of...
a good point.
Unknown stink. I imagine Abraham Lincoln was Abraham Stinkin' 24/7.
Well, he also was a wrestler, so
That's true.
I love wrestlers, but I don't imagine a lot of them smell good. Maybe pre-match.
They have to shower after match. I guess they don't have to, but... Okay, if they're so dirty, then why is every WWE wrestler wet all the time?
You have me there. I can't explain it.
They do get real wet over there. Although the NXT crop is, like, not wet. It's like a thing that's, like, maybe fading out of... But, like, mid-2000s, that was the wettest wrestling promotion in history.
The best thing is like how wet wrestlers are. When Pac recently came back and he was on Dynamite and his hair was dry, everyone was like, "Oh no, he's depressed. There's something wrong with him. He's so dry."
I love it.
It's like a dog's nose.
Mike, now that you're on the AEW train, who are your boys?
I mean, after seeing Dalton Castle, I just went back and watched a bunch of his entrances. And I was just like,
rules.
I need to hear all the unhinged things that are being screamed into the camera. So I like that a lot. I'm digging Christian Cage's vibe as just a man who wants to collect sons.
The Thanos of Sons.
Like they gave him just like free reign of the adoption agency. I particularly like him when he's on the commentary booth.
Oh my god, yes.
He's like, this specimen, my son.
Josh, I got a text in the middle of the weekend from Mike and it was like, what was it? Oh, Dalton Castle is freaky?
Yeah, I put it right immediately after sending that to you. I got in the Discord. I was like, "Oh, Dalton Castle fucks."
He sure does.
I like Dalton Castle a lot.
I haven't seen much of the wrestling, so I don't. I remain reserved there, but
He's decent. He's like
He used
he's
to
one
be
of those.
better, but he
Yeah.
he literally broke his back. Like, Dalton Castle was on the trajectory to be like a top guy, and then he broke his back. And then there was a period when he came back where he was straight up bad in the ring.
Oh yeah.
And now he's probably like decent to good. But he also knows how to. The best thing when wrestlers have injuries is when they learn how to hide their weakness, and that's what Dalton does now.
He wrestles very differently too. He used to be like one of those like suplex, drop everyone on their heads kind of shit, and now it's lots of fanfare, lots of crowd work, lots of bullshit.
did he
which
not have
I'm
the voice before that?
He did, but he was like a catch wrestler. Like he was doing groundwork and shit. Now he's like far sillier, I would say, which is not a bad thing. Like he would still have the pageantry, but he would be like a serious character who loves wrestling and wants to win.
Yeah.
And now he's just like an insane freak. And I think that's a step up.
Yeah, it's just a shame because like he's never gonna be pushed beyond the mid card because he physically can't do it.
It's true.
He's mostly in Ring of Honor, right?
Mostly. That, which I think is a mistake. They could use him on the main roster. And I know they got a billion people on the main roster, but for God's sakes, they have 5 hours of TV.
I
If they can bring back Anthony Ogogo or whatever, they can definitely make room for Dalton.
Anthony Gogo, part of one of the worst feuds in AEW history.
The Cody Rhodes is overcoming racism feud.
It's so bad.
It was amazing.
It's
Mike,
so
they did
funny that Cody is a top guy in WWE now because he had some of the worst stories in AEW ever.
He had creative control in AEW.
That's true.
It's bad. Mike, there's a segment called doing a boxing style weigh-in, and I swear to God, it's like 20 minutes long for Cody Rhodes to step on a fucking scale.
and like Paul White is doing the weigh-ins, and he doesn't know how the scale works.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh my
I
God.
have seen that.
It's so bad.
And like Cody never wrestled any other top guys. Like there was potential for like doing like a Cody Hangman feud before Hangman won the big one.
I can see that.
Cody was just like on his. It was called the Codyverse. Like that's what we called it when he was in AEW because he was like in an island by himself with just like QT Marshall.
Who is
other
he
bad
wrestling?
QT Marshall
Oh, really?
and Anthony Ogogo. And then it was so exciting when Malachi Black came in.
Oh,
And
that feud
feud-
sucked.
And that
Ah.
feud also sucked.
It was so bad. And it was not Malachi's fault. He got buried.
The best part of that feud is there's a part where Cody's on
I know.
commentary and he's about to stand up and do like what everyone knows as a Cody promo, and everyone's like, oh, groaning. Like you could hear the groans of the audience as he stands up. And Malachi comes out of nowhere and just kicks him in the face. So he doesn't get to do his Cody promo. And it was almost like, oh, I'm so relieved. Cody doesn't get to do a promo.
Yeah, that's a bad place to be.
I would agree with that.
And now he's the biggest star in WWE.
I can't do it, folks. Not a Cody head.
Yeah.
He gives off like very smelly Republican vibes.
Uh-huh.
Like, and when I say smelly, I mean like cigar guy.
Oh yeah.
You know,
No, you're
you know-
right.
Is that a guy? Yeah, that's the type
Yeah.
of guy.
He wants to run for Senate or Congress.
No.
Yeah. I'm not even joking.
That sucks. I looked favorably on Cody Rhodes because like the last time that I dabbled with wrestling was because Stephen Amell and like Stardust had that thing, and I was like really
Yeah.
into Arrow at the time, and I was like, oh, this is sick. Like maybe I'd watch some of this. And then like I heard both of them say things after that, and I'm just like, all right. Kind of checked out of both those dudes now.
Yeah.
I'm a hater, so I'm just gonna say Stardust is better than Cody Rhodes. He should go back to doing that. It should be punishment for all the bullshit he did in AEW.
I wasn't watching.
I've seen a
WWE
couple
at the
of Being the Elite episodes with Cody Rhodes that were all right though.
Oh, those are good. Those parts are good.
time. Yeah, because
Like-
Cody's actually funny in those. He should have just done that.
Yeah. I saw the exorcism where Christopher Daniels performs an exorcism on him.
And he's just like spouting like WWE PR press releases.
Yeah, he's got a WWF scar on his chest.
Yeah, BTE Cody was actually really good.
You know, I feel bad, Mike, that you never got to experience the night where Cody unveiled his neck tattoo.
I've
Oh
watched
my
I've watched
God.
the video.
It's so good. The Cody MJF feud was going so well. It was like the top program because the segments they had on Dynamite were so good. And then the pay-per-view hits and he comes out with the band that performs his song, and they perform so bad. And then he reveals this neck tattoo. And somehow the neck tattoo took away all his aura. Like everybody, as soon as they saw the neck tattoo, they're like, "Oh, I want MJF to win." Because like it was going so well. It was going so well. Like great babyface heel dynamic where you actually want the heel to lose and the babyface to win. And then he came out with his dumb band and his dumb neck tattoo, and everybody was like, "Cody's done."
He's cut. I distinctly remember one of the announcers asking if it was a temporary tattoo, and another one going, "No, it's real," and then the other one just going like, "Oh,
Huh.
oh, oh."
And
That's
it only got worse from there.
Ugh.
When
I'll tell-
he was in the Malachi Black feud, he like, didn't even hate Cody at the time, but the show in New York City, like he came out with like the longest cape I've ever seen a wrestler come out with, and New York fucking booed him like drowning. I had complete groupthink there where I just like, yeah, I'm gonna boo Cody. This seems fun. Let's boo Cody. He had no chance after the neck tattoo. It
It's
was
true.
done.
Put himself in a grave.
That's wild.
Well, thank you so much for doing everything tonight. To play some Third Strike with us and walking
Hell
us
yeah.
through stuff. It was really good. Mike, as always, nice games, beating me 12-1 or whatever.
And happy birthday.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
happy birthday! I didn't know.
Yeah.
What the hell? What? Is it really
Yeah.
a birthday, Mike?
It is. It is. There's a happy up here. There's a happy up here.
Okay.
I got.
There were balloons.
There still are a few. So take one home with you. There
Well,
you
happy
go.
birthday, my friend.
Thanks. I've never felt more 39.
Yeah.
That'll change with time, Killer. Just
I
keep it in
also
mind.
feel 39.
Do we know what we're playing next week?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't. We could go back to the roulette wheel. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. I'm hoping there's going to be more of those N64 recomps by then.
Oh, that would be fun.
That'd be cool to check. out.
Mumu Chan says we should go to Galloping Ghost for our birthday. Hey, that's an idea.
That is very true.
We did that shit last year for my birthday. It was great.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna take the stream down. Thanks everybody, and have a good night.
Thank you.